Well, good morning out there. How's it going? Welcome to Mindset Minutes. My name's Joan Robison. And for those of you that are just joining for the first time or maybe watching the replay, I just want to welcome you to Mindset Minutes and tell you a little bit about what we do here. So, first off, definitely if you are not in my Flip the Switch community, going across on the banner is the Facebook link. So take a screenshot and copy and paste that or write it down real quick, but definitely join Flip the Switch group. What I like to do in there is provide value around different ways that we can close the gap on fear, strengthen our mindset. And what I'm really excited about is that I'm going to be expanding my brand and really focusing on the different phases of leadership. So if you're somebody that is interested in leadership skills and leveling up your skill set when it comes to leading, why don't you drop your name in the comments? No, that's not a good one. How about let's drop a heart in the comments, and that will let me know that we've got people that are interested. So take a moment and drop a little heart if you want to hear more about leadership and the different phases of leadership and just different ways to elevate your skill set and lead more effectively, lead with heart, and also lead with your head, meaning strategy. I'm really excited to share with you some really kind of things that we've been working on behind the scenes, and you're going to see that continue to evolve as fall rolls in. So welcome again. I want to just draw a card. We need some igniting of our light, right? So let's do that. Okay, here we go. The card today, well, I always love this card. The card today is gratitude is the best way to elevate my well-being. Gratitude is the gift to myself. Appreciation is when I express that gift to others. When I choose to be grateful for what I have, I get more. I will remind myself that gratitude will create positive energy in my life. I will remember that people are drawn to people that make them feel appreciated and special. Flip the switch from thinking about what's not right in my life to living in a state of gratitude. Be a gratitude and appreciation magnet. So I love this card. And I remember back in the days when someone would say, make a gratitude list and let's do that for 30 days. I remember thinking, well, that kind of seems simple enough. And what I really didn't realize is the effects that making that list had on me. And when I shared that tip with other people, how it affected them. So if you're somebody out there who ever gets in your own head, like who doesn't, right? Gratitude is a way to shift your energy, and it's the highest form of vibrational frequency that you can empower yourself with to level up that state of well-being. So just think about it for a minute. And I have a girlfriend in town that we work together, and we were just talking about the power of I am statements. It's not so much that the words that we choose have power, it's the meaning and the feeling behind the words that we choose that have power. So when you start to focus on and choose your thoughts around gratitude, and then begin thinking, I'm thankful that I've got, a healthy body. I'm thankful that I have people that I get to work with. I'm thankful for my family. And you start really, I'm just going to say, forcing yourself, making yourself go to those places, you're going to notice that you're going to have a shift in energy. And you're going to go from maybe a place of, who knows, it could be feeling a little sorry for myself, or maybe you're kind of focusing on things that aren't working in your business or your life. Just like that, you can elevate that through gratitude, through positive I am statements, and different sorts of incantations that will help you and support you to level that up. All right, you guys got that? Everyone? Yeah? Okay, good. So today, what we're going to talk about is checking in with yourself. And again, this is something that for me, I do quite frequently. And I do this really first thing in the morning. So right away when I wake up, I kind of want to think about my day, how I want my day to unfold. And I usually start with prayer and just really having a mindset of service. Now, I know if some of you are watching me and you've come to these lives, I say some of the same things over and over again because that's the way I practice it, over and over again, so that I can make it my habit and it becomes second nature. So when I was in the beginnings of my business years ago and I was consumed with myself in some of my fears or some of the things that maybe weren't going right in my life, I had to find little tools that could help me flip the switch that made a huge difference in my life. So I share those with you guys over and over again because they work. And they work for me and they've worked for many others. So checking in with yourself is another really powerful, I call it self-coaching, because we want to ask ourselves questions. How do I want my day to unfold? Who do I want to show up and be today? How do I want to respond in this situation? You know, what are some of the challenges that I'm facing and how do I feel about those things? It's really important to understand why you feel the way you feel. And I think that in this fast-paced busyness of today, that most times people stuff their feelings or just don't even really pay attention to what it is that could be going on inside them. And I know for me, checking in with myself has also allowed me to grow in areas that if I hadn't asked myself some questions and got like to the bottom of why I felt the way I felt, I might still be reliving some of the same things that aren't serving me. So couple things I want to share, and this is something that I learned in another program that I participate in, is your feelings and the way you feel are established by the thoughts that you think. So again, this is on repeat for those of you that watch me, but thoughts establish the feelings. The feelings that I feel will either cause me to act, take action, or sorry, I think I had a little scrambled egg on my lip from this morning. Anyway, it will either cause me to take action in the right direction, or it may cause me to not, because maybe I'm in fear. And I use this acronym, and this is what I was saying. I learned this in another program that I'm in called H.A.L.T. So an acronym for the word HALT. Am I hungry? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Or am I tired? And I have found for me, I do get up around 5 to 5:30 in the morning. I love the mornings because I'm fresh. There's not as much going on at 5 or 5:30 in my day as there is at 10. Like, in other words, the momentum that I've created by 10 or 11 is a very different feeling than 5 or 5:30 in the morning. And for me, I am most productive with my thinking when I'm fresh, right? So I want you to think about, what is that for you? Some people I know, they love to work into the night. They love to work late at night. They kind of maybe have the dinner with their family and then they go into a work mode at night because for some of the same reasons. They find that maybe their day job or the things they're doing during the day, it's slowed down and now they can get onto that creative side. So who are you? Are you somebody that works best in the morning? Drop it in the chat. Or are you someone that works best at night? Who are you? Morning and night person? Night owl? Early bird? Which one are you? Let me know in the chat. I would love to know. Because there is no right or wrong. What is good for one may not be good for the other, but here's what I want to share. When are you at your best? Do you know that about yourself? Because what I have found is by 3, 4, 5, 6 in the afternoon, if I've not ate like enough, right? If I have not done more than just snacked around, like ate protein, vegetables, fruit, good for me stuff, not my gummy bears, none of that little sugar Sour Patch Kids. Those of you guys that know me know I like to pop a few of those little Sour Patch. Not that. I'm talking about the healthy stuff that fuel our bodies. If I don't do that, guys, I usually can't think the same way. I go to try and write something or develop some content and my brain doesn't work the same. So I have to check in and ask myself, did I eat? Did I get enough rest from the night before? Have I been like just constantly using my brain for the last 6 or 8 hours and it's just tired? I need a moment. So H.A.L.T is a really great way to pause and ask yourself some quality questions. Let me say it again. Am I hungry? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Or am I tired? And if I say yes to any one of those, it's not a good idea for me to do like coaching calls, customer follow-up, or enter into a decision-making process, right? We want to do those things when we're well rested and when we know we're at our best. So that's my little tip to you there. I want to share another couple things. When we think about our mindset and when we think about really, how do I get out of a funk? And first, before I even talk to you about how to get out of it, how many of you have been in a funk and you've stayed there? Like you just don't know what to do to get out. Anybody had that going on? I wish I could see a little bit more here. Oh, there we go. Yes. All right. I just have to be a little technologically more alert here. All right. You love the gummy bears. Yeah. Okay. So I love what I'm seeing down here. And here's what I want to also mention. Have you been in that place where you don't know how to get out of being stuck? Who's been there? Yeah. You've been in a funk. Who else has been there? Write it in the chat. You've been in a funk. You don't know what to do because guess what? I want you to get a pen and paper. The answers are going to seem a little more simple than you think. But the question is, do you actually do the things that you know may get you out of the funk? Some of you are at a place of, I don't know how to get out. And some of you know how to get out. But the question is, do you choose to get out? All right. So here's a couple things that you can do to get out of a funk. Because I know for sure you can't think your way out of a funk. That it doesn't work that way. Here's what you can do. First is get up and move your body. Just get up from the position that you're in. Some of you out there are people that you get in a funk and you want to go lay down and go to bed or go to a dark room and isolate. It's not good for a funk because it just perpetuates the momentum of the funk unless you're going to go to sleep. That's another way to get out of a funk. Go to sleep. Take a break. Take a nap. Okay? But move your body. Even taking a quick lap around the block, finding any way to move your body, you're going to notice it will change the energy. It changes the feelings because the endorphins and the different chemicals that you release from the activity changes the chemistry of what's going on. All right, so move your body. Another thing that I think is so important is turn on some music that you love to sing along to or that's uplifting, right? So that's easy enough. Alexa, blah, blah, blah. Play what you want to play. Play it loud. One of the things I love to do is I like driving fast and I like cranking my music. That's why I like having a nice car. I like the feel of it, right? I like the way I feel when I'm driving fast. My hair's blowing in the breeze. It makes me feel kind of like freedom. Like I feel free. Oh my gosh. Alexa, turn off. Sorry, I just ignited my Alexa. But what is it for you? What do you like to do that makes you feel good? That's really the question. A couple other things are calling someone else to get out of yourself. I know for me, I've gone through a couple things in my life that have been painful, that have been hard, that have had me struggling for not just an hour or two, but for days. I've stayed stuck in certain things for longer than I really want to admit to you, but I'm thinking back to something where I used to talk about what wasn't working in my life for like multiples of years, back a few years ago. It was a few years longer than a few years, but the truth is we can get caught on a subject, and I can too, that doesn't work for me, and I want to talk about why it doesn't work for me. There's one thing of getting it out. We have to get our feelings out, which is a big part of why I journal. Just getting it out on paper is so helpful. But if we keep revisiting and ruminating and retelling the story to any friend that will listen, pretty soon you are manifesting those feelings and those outward, how do I say this? You're manifesting those things that you're talking about back to you. That's what you're putting out there. People wonder why their life doesn't get better because you have to get better for your life to get better. And it starts with choosing your thoughts. All right, a couple last things. I said help someone else. The easiest thing to do is pick up the phone and call somebody. Hey, what can I do for you? What about maybe you have a neighbor? I used to have a widow neighbor. I used to just love to go visit these gals, still friends with this gal today. You know, what do you do to get out of you when you're stuck? Okay, and then the last couple things that I want to share this with you. One of the things that I've started doing in the past probably 5 years is learning how to meditate. And most people will say, I don't know how to meditate, or I'm not very good at meditating. And I want to give you just a couple tips on what it really means to meditate. You don't have to be completely still to meditate. I walk most mornings for like an hour. That can be a meditative state where I'm not distracted from my to-dos of the day, but maybe I'm just thinking about what I want. That's meditating. Praying. Some of you like to pray and you do this maybe throughout the day. Maybe it's once a day. I don't know what it is for you, but meditating and causing yourself to slow down and redirect your focus through prayer, whatever it is, that is meditating. So there is forms of meditating where you literally will slow way down and just choose to listen to something in your house. Like right now, I can hear that waterfall. Well, not waterfall, water feature. I don't have a waterfall in my house, but the water feature, I can hear it and it's calming. So if I go over to my little, look at, you guys are going to laugh. I got a little like pod chair. See that? I like to sit in that. I look out the window to the sky and I close my eyes and I begin listening. What happens is all of the many things that go on through your brain, you start to slow down. And as you slow down, you stop any of those negative things that could be going on, or just the busyness. It doesn't have to be negative, just you're slowing your brain down, slowing your mind down, and you're thinking on things that are low level of importance. That allows you to rejuvenate and bring yourself back up again. So those are a couple things, guys, that I love to do to get unstuck. But the one thing I want to wrap up with saying is that in order to get unstuck, we have to check in with ourselves and just ask ourselves simply, what is it that you want? How are you feeling? What do I need to do in order to either continue feeling this great feeling, or maybe it's getting out of a feeling that isn't working for me? And I gave you all kinds of things that you can do, but there may be something that you prefer to do that makes you feel good. Like maybe it's go make a great cup of coffee. Maybe it's have an iced tea. Maybe it's, you go sit in your hot tub and you think about something. Maybe you sit down and read a little something. Whatever it is, what my hope for you is that by trying some of these things that you see the result that so many people are seeing. And what you recognize is maybe what used to have you stuck, that you stayed in for, like me, years, weeks, that you're closing the gap and you're starting to feel better in your own shoes. Not just about you, but about everything in your life, but understanding that it starts with you and that we have full responsibility and control over what we think and what we choose to put into our mind. All right, everybody. I hope that you have a fantastic Wednesday. Another couple things that I would love to know is around leadership. So those of you that, again, you're watching, maybe you're maybe you're coming on and you're going to watch the replay, put in the chat, what would you like to see me train on around leadership? Or what do you need when it comes to leading? I would love to know more about that. I want to thank you all for joining. And I see there's so much participation today. I love it. Just looking to, again, expand and serve and help more people in leadership capacities and wanting to know really more of what you want. So everybody have a fantastic day. See you real soon. Bye-bye.